Good morning and welcome to Wake Up to Broker Up with Mark, episode number 16 for 2023. Fair Housing Awareness Month continues. And you're thinking, when will it end, Mark? When will it end? Well, fair housing goes on all the time, but Fair Housing Awareness Month will end at the end of April. So there's one more episode to tie it all together, and that's not this episode, it's the next week's episode. But today I want to talk about how fair housing, how it works. How do consumers who feel that they've been victims of unfair housing, so to speak, how do they get relief? Where do they go? What do they do? Well, first I want to talk about something that's in the marketplace, and you may have heard about it and you may have thought, it's an urban legend. Well, it's not. And that is testers. HUD employs testers, and typically they're independent contractors who may work for a different firm or they're employees of a different firm, and they go out into the marketplace and they test. And they do this all over the country, not specific to Atlanta, not specific to Georgia, but all over the country. And they will test in different ways, via phone, in person, and we at Atlanta Communities have been tested before, and we have had realtors be contacted because they didn't pass the test. And typically what happens is then we get a letter from HUD and we have to respond to that letter, and we have to dictate what happened, and then they come down with some sanction. And fortunately for our real estate professionals here at Atlanta Communities, the couple of times that it's happened, it's been real easy in the sense that they were required to take some education, and in most cases that was it. We've also had a situation where a consumer complained to HUD, which they go on the website, fill out a form, and then just like the Georgia Real Estate Commission, they investigate. And that's the other option that they have to get relief as a consumer. So they filled out a form online, it was sent, HUD contacted us, we had to provide our side of the story. They worked it out as a consent, and fortunately the consumer was very open with it, and this had to do with a rental property and not with what you might think it would be, but it was with an assistance animal. So my point here is testing is real. And it's not the fact that they test, it's the fact that you want to be above reproach. You've heard me say that word before, but you want to be above reproach. So get in the habit of having a written thing that you do with every buyer and a written thing you do with every seller that follows fair housing and is also good for business and good for consumers. Because if you do that, if you have the consistency, the habit of doing what's right by the people, all the people of all different types, then you'll be better prepared in the event that you're ever tested. Because one of the things they want to make sure of is that you're treating everybody the same. And when you have something that you go by, it's easy to show, I always do this. Thanks. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend. One more Fair Housing episode, and that's next week. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.